Hey guys, Kev here, and this is the Kunwu Knives Tau Compact. This just went up for sale on their website. I believe they're like $190, $200. These are an LMAX steel and titanium on, I believe, multi-row bearings, wire clip that is reversible, and LMAX steel. I'm going to see if I can get this apart and back together very quickly. That is the plan here. Speed is the name of the game today, folks. Why? Just because. We do have T6s on these body screws, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Just going to see here. I think they use these kind of Chicago screws, which makes it a little bit annoying, but let's see here. Get this guy back in there. Get back in there. We do have the multi-rows. Come on, folks. That's weird. Oh, duh. Does it go in a certain way? Okay, there we go. There we go. Crap. There we go. Got that guy out. Drop that back down. Take off our lanyard pin. See if we can't get that back in there. There we go. All right. These are multi-row. They do look like we might be able to replace them with the Skiff Evo bearings, that I call them at least. The 6mm multi-row. Come on, Kev. These. We shall see. These are the 18 ball. They look about the same size, so let's just see. A little bit bigger, but it probably will work. We'll give it a shot. So everything's going to fall out of here again. I really don't like that setup, but what are you going to do? There's a steel washer in there. All right, maybe it won't be as quick as I thought. Flip this over so I can get my fresh bearing in there. This Chicago screw thing is really annoying. I mean, it's cool, but it's annoying in this situation. So let's get this guy out. Of course, we'll probably only get one out, and then it'll be a pain in the dick. Nope. Okay, cool. All right, clean the blade off. You can see a bunch of schmutz here. Again, it's LMAX steel, Tau Compact. Cool knife for sure. All right, I think we've done everything we need to do. This guy needs to go back through, so I need to hold these in place, hopefully. There we go. Put this guy in there. Does it go in a certain way? Nope. Okay, which way? We can... Okay, it goes this way. Got it. Okay. Get my bearings in. Gonna try these. Why not? I got a couple sets, and they're awesome, so, you know. Skiff makes the best bearings you can get. So you can see it's a little bit smaller than the pocket. That usually is not an issue, though, because what's more important is that the actual pivot fits and the bearing fits, and that is KPL heavy, Kev. Don't be a dope. I don't want KPL heavy on my multi-row bearings. That kind of, to me, defeats the purpose. But, hey, to each their own, right, suckers? Where I want the heavy is on this detent track right there. And not there. I might have wiped a little too much off. Let's see. Put a little dot on there. There we go. All right, everything in, everything seems in. See if we can get this guy lined up. Might not work. These bearings might be too thick. See how it's not quite letting that close? So let's see what happens. Could be just... It needs to be tightened. Really? Steel hardware. Okay. Speed was the name of the game until I actually started. Don't think those are going to work, to be honest. Let me just check. T6. They need to upgrade to T8. That's my one thing with Kunwu. Gotta upgrade to T8. So we are centered. The knife works. Feels good. Action seems fine. Looks pretty decent. So my question would be, did we pull that pivot in, or is it going to just be free spinning now? Let's see how tight it got now that I tighten the screw down. So you can see it doesn't seem to be all the way in position, but does it matter? I don't think so. Doesn't seem to want to... Doesn't seem to want to... Oh, there it goes. So let's see. That barrel's pissing me off. Let's see if we go back to the stock ones, if anything changes, because even though the action works, doesn't necessarily mean it's good for the knife. Jesus Christ. Knife just falls apart. Holy cow. Okay. What did I say I was trying to do? Trying to be fast. Let me clean these off. But yeah, these went up for sale today, and I gotta say, this is literally what I asked for. From basically the moment I got the towel, the big towel, I wanted a compact size, as in this size. I didn't want a mini, which is what they did at the time, which I get. You know, they were trying to do a big and a small, and I think they just went a little too small. But I'm sure some folks in Europe or Asia or whatever, maybe they love the tiny knife, you know? I don't know. Okay, put this guy in here again. I can put that other barrel in after, I think. So, am I missing anything? Nope. Gotta get that lined up. Gotta get that, get that. 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 So, I don't know. It looks about the same to me. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you think? Where's the freaking pivot? There it is. Now, if the action feels the same, I don't really feel the need to, you know, put the skips in, but you can see this is now straight. That was not straight with the skips in there. Can't tell if it looks tighter or anything. See how it hangs up like that? I don't know what that's all about. I mean, it's rock solid, but I can almost do this and the blade doesn't fall. So it tells me it's a little tight. Back off a touch. And there we go. Well, that's good. Let's take a look again. I know I'm going a little too far here, but hey, what are you gonna do? Looks about the same, right? So I'm thinking those skips do work. And you know me, I just like skips. So if I can use them, I'm gonna. Okay, before everything falls apart, calm down. Never mind. So let's just try, drop that in, drop this on, drop that in, drop this on. Oop. Stop pin. It's always good to have your stop pin, you know. And it does seem tighter though. Like you see how you can't really even get that washer past, but the washer sits in there, so it's just different. Seriously? My lord. Is that the right barrel? I got two. They look the same to me, so. Just trying to line this up because it's. Well, that's reassuring. See how it's like a little bit off when I use the skiffs, but then when ow. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. Let's see if I can keep it there. I don't know if that's gonna stay. I'm gonna give it a shot though. So, see how no play on the skiffs, whoosh, just perfect action, almost dead center. So I'm gonna try to glue this guy, see what happens. And I basically just tightened it, right? So. Oh, look at that crud in there. You think about it, you get enough crud in something, it can cause a screw not to tighten all the way, you know, blade play, all types of stuff could happen because of that, if you think about it. Trying to make sure it's lined up perfectly. It's not. That's perfect. Okay. Get my glue. It's gonna shift again, I bet, when we. And that's with 0 break-in right there. The centering is maybe a hair off, but I feel like they always are on these. So I don't know if it's just me. But I think they seem to always be like a hair to this side. But that might just break in as well. Action feels great. Swings down. Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. You got freaking multi-row skiffs in this puppy with fresh washers. Look at that. I mean, 3 flips in, we're already... Whoosh. So the only question is whether that pivot holds. I mean, it's solid. And what I mean by hold is that it doesn't rotate, because it is hard to tell if the pivot actually seats all the way into the scale, or if it just seats a little bit, or if when you tighten it down, it pulls it all the way in, right? Which is possible. But this thing's really nice, and it's just a good size. Like, here's a stout 3.3 inches. Basically the same size. And that's the sweet spot. I mean, for me personally, that's where I want my knives to be. You know, right around there, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit bigger if it needs to be. But this size just works really well. So if I have any issues with this pivot, I will just put the stock bearings back in. No big deal. So, but they seem to be doing really well off the bat. And I don't notice like a larger gap in here. That's usually an indicator of it not going to work. It's not going to work. You'll see more bearing, like it spreads the scales apart more, right? And it just looks thick in there. And that's usually the indicator for me, but I'm not seeing that. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Check out the Tau Compact on their website. Hopefully it's still available by the time this video goes up. But it dropped today, Monday, the 21st of November. So, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you. Quick update. It is now the next day, and I found this on my tray and went, oh, shit. I did it again. And then I took it apart. Look at this. I have never had super glue cake up like that in the pivot. And as soon as I turned the pivot screw, this started spinning. So that tells me it's not seating into this frame. So I'm pretty sure these skiffs might be just slightly too thick. So even though they, I believe, are the same size, I mean, because the balls are the same, but I'm just going to go ahead and put the multi-rows back in that came with it, which I think isn't going to hurt anything. I was really trying to use the skiffs, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal if we just go back to... Man, this thing just falls apart, though. It's crazy. The whole knife just wants to crumble on you. So get these out of here. Make sure I put all my pins back this time. Oh, wait. This, I think it's just a crusty, basically. Like, look. Yep. That's the cool thing about super glue. When you use it on knives like this, it just comes right off. I mean, I've rarely ever had to do more than what I just did. Like, sometimes the screw, you gotta just, you know, chip a little bit off. Maybe use a dull razor or something. I'll show you what I use. I use this Aero crafted left-handed utility blade, and I just, you know, scrape with it, essentially. I don't think that's, yeah, that's not like a ring. That's just a little debris you can see there. That's not going to affect anything, so put that away. This is cool, but it's just an absolute pain in the ass to replace the razors. And it's kind of scary because you're holding a razor blade in your hand while you're doing it. And you have to like flip this up and like blast it back down. Try to show you. Why do I have to do this right now? I don't, Kev. You don't. Anyway, this thing rotates up. There's some kind of technique to it. You push on something, and that's the problem. Is it's just too damn hard. That's why I like that James brand one, because it literally just has a slider thing that you set to the center, pull the blade out, put a new one in. Boom. Bob's your uncle. I mean, Bob's not my uncle, but he's maybe your uncle. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anyway, enough of the tomfoolery. Do I even need to just grab a cloth real quick and just get it in there? Did not want to sop up the oil, but I probably did. All right. Here are the stock bearings. I kept them safe and sound. I believe they're oiled. Yep. Because I put oil on them when I tested it. If you want to be safer with your stuff, feel free. I'm just bashing everything together. I did talk to Tinkerforce, Robert over there, about doing a bigger tray. Just a little bit bigger so that I can kind of maneuver things, like set the scales somewhere and not have them bang into each other and stuff. It's the only downside to this tray, but I love the size of it for the sheer fact that it is very easy to store. All right, let's try this again. God damn it. Freaking hate the way they do these. I really do. I mean, I get it. I don't know if it's... Somebody tell me in the comments, is that good tolerance or bad? That it just slides right out right away. I mean, it's good that it goes together and comes apart easy, I guess. But it's bad to me that I can just easily have these things falling all over the place. Okay, we have this lined up. Yeah, it just seems like the pivot does not seat all the way in. We're going to find out if that's the case with this. Okay, what the hell are you doing? Go home, screw. Go home. Now it's more straight again. I don't know. Interesting. God damn it. Man, I am the worst. Literally the reason I'm here. And I know I placed that puppy in there, but I guess maybe I took it apart again to swap back to skiffs, or it just fell out during assembly because everything just falls out of this knife. It's crazy. Just makes it hard for this because, you know, you want to hold the knife and then everything's falling. They need a little more space, I think, in the pivot. You know? That's in. Now it looks in there. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Centering looks better, too, which is good. Because I feel like with the skiffs, it was over to the clip side, but we'll see in a second. I might flip this clip over, too. God damn it. What? You don't want to tighten, or what? There we go. Might as well do it now, huh? So I'm thinking I got to push this out, pop it around this side. I mean, I like that all that is easy, I guess. I hate their clips, by the way. Definitely like a regular wire clip better, but it's not. It's not horrible. It's just, I don't like the bow tie look. And yes, the answer is yes. I am scratching the ever-loving shit out of this hardware. Okay, in, centered, flips, no play. Okay, so this knife prefers to be left alone. Prefers to have the super glue. Let me just tighten it down and see what happens. Not super glue. Centered, flip, no play. Okay, so all I gotta do is tighten it, it seems like. Like a little piece of glue there. We got a crusty off. But now he's in there, little bitch. Damn. Fucker came right at me. Tried to hit me in the face. Centered. No play. Swing. Guys, sometimes you gotta just stick with the stock bearings. All right. Peace.